Good morning, everybody. Join us in a rousing chorus of When the Spirit Says Do. Get up and move. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. 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 You gotta sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta sing, oh Lord. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. 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 Move it, we gotta dance. You gotta dance when the Spirit says dance. You gotta dance when the Spirit says dance. When the Spirit says dance, you gotta dance, oh Lord. We gotta dance when the Spirit says dance. 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 Let's have fun, let's laugh it. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh. When the Spirit says laugh, you gotta laugh, oh Lord. You gotta laugh when the Spirit says laugh. Spirit says, Spirit says, Spirit says, Spirit says, Spirit says, Spirit says laugh. Shout! You gotta shout when the Spirit says shout. You gotta shout when the Spirit says shout. When the Spirit says shout, you gotta shout. Oh Lord, you gotta shout when the Spirit says shout. Start it low. Spirit says shout. Spirit says shout. Spirit says shout. Spirit says with your chest. Spirit says shout. Spirit says shout. Bring it back home. Do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. Sing, dance, laugh. When the Spirit says do, you gotta do, oh Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says do.
Good morning. Welcome to our service, both in the room and on Zoom. We are so glad you're here. I am Ministerial Intern Sophia McKean. Our preacher today is Reverend Lucy Bunch, and her sermon is entitled, I Hope You Dance. And she says, if at any time you feel the urge to dance, she encourages you to do so. She's serious about that. We are also joined by Reverend Dr. Roger Jones, our worship associate Connor Lane, our music director Anthony, our pianist Irina, and our wonderful musicians Anette, Orella, Mary Blanchette, and Tom Derthick. If you are with us online, you can find a copy of today's order of service on our website through a link in the chat on Zoom. The blue sheet, our weekly calendar of activities, is also online as well as on paper. Our congregation's mission statement says, we come together to deepen our lives and be a force for healing in the world. We invite you to explore the ways we live out this mission. Our monthly newsletter and Friday message about the upcoming weekend come out via email. We invite you to fill out a newcomers form, either by the link on our website or at the welcome table after the service so we can connect with you. We are so glad you're here with us today. Next week, after the service, is our monthly newcomers orientation with a tour of the campus. It starts about 10 minutes after the conclusion of the service and lasts about an hour. Our congregational meeting takes place after the service 2 weeks from today. All are welcome and voting members are encouraged to attend. And today, our treasurer, Victoria Owens, will present a forum on the details of the proposed budget that will start at noon in the FOS room. Yeah, budget. And the drop-in session of Reverend Rogers' New Testament Conversations will meet this Wednesday night at 6 p.m. in the library, where you can borrow a used Bible. And Wednesday's readings are listed in today's blue sheet. It's at 6:30. And next Sunday, I will be leading a drop-in session of this month's Soul Matters theme, Awakening Curiosity, and that will be before the service in the FOS room. And after the service today, if you are on Zoom, we have 20 minutes for you to get acquainted. Here on campus, you can check out the connections table in the welcome hall and enjoy refreshments and conversations on the patio. Once again, welcome.
Good morning. Our chalice lighter this morning is Maria Espinoza Castro. Come on up, Maria. And our chalice lighting words come from the Reverend Judith Quarles. At this hour, in small towns and big cities, in single rooms and ornate sanctuaries, many of our sibling Unitarian Universalist congregations are also lighting a flaming chalice. As we light our chalice today, let us remember that we are part of a great community of faith. May this dancing flame inspire us to fill our lives with the Unitarian Universalist ideals of love, justice, and truth. And now as Anthony prepares to serenade us, I encourage any of you who would like to light a candle or fill out a card for a message that Reverend Roger will share during the prayer, you're welcome to do so at this time.
We'll sing this bit again later on together. For now, enjoy. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance, let it be a dance, let it be a dance. Learn to follow, learn to lead. Feel the rhythm, feel the need. To reap the harvest, plant the seed. Let it be a dance. There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face the music and dance. without the moon, humming a different tune. And then there may be teardrops to shed. So while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music and dance.
Good morning. My name is Crystal Fountain, and I'm the Religious Education Coordinator here at UUSS, and I get to read a story for all ages this morning. So I am reading the story Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre and Guy Parker Reeves. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted on the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. And then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing," Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen! How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Thank you.
Thank you. This is and good morning to you all. This is the first Sunday of the month, and on the first and third Sundays, our youth groups meet. Junior high youth group is for those in grades 6, 7, and 8, and the senior high youth group for those in high school. And we have soul kids for those from kindergarten through grade 5, and we will sing you out now and see you after the service.
Even if your feet move like Gerald's did initially, you can still put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. And maybe do a somersault in the air.
Next, we light our candle of compassion and resistance. In this ritual, we recognize the times in which we live, times of disruption and anxiety in this country and the world. Many of us are heartbroken by the decision of the Supreme Court reversing a key part of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And in our grief and anger, let us resolve to be in solidarity with those who will continue working for democracy and inclusion and the right to vote and be represented. When cruelty is on display and so many people are in danger, our values call us to compassion and resistance. As we kindle this flame, let its light inspire us to bear witness to human decency, dignity, freedom, and the power of love. We draw closer to one another in this community by exchanging our joys and concerns, prayers, sorrows, and reasons for gratitude. On the first Sunday of each month, we do this by lighting candles and inviting you to fill out a card for us to read. But on other weeks, you may submit your news by clicking the link that you'll find in the Joys and Sorrows section of the Friday email message, or you can contact the ministers before the weekend. We have a number of things to share this morning. On Friday, members of the refugee support team said farewell at the airport to a mother and her 4 children who had fled from Afghanistan to this country after her husband had been killed there. And they have landed in Australia, which has granted them asylum. All of us feel relieved that they're no longer at risk from ICE agents' attacks here, and we are grateful for the generosity of so many in this congregation to make it possible for them to fly there. But it was a sad farewell for them because they had come to feel like family with so many of you, and I know it was sad for many of you. May they be safe. We extend our care to our member, Hallie Kasai, and our prayers for her brilliant and beautiful wife, Maya Beatty, who has had a setback. The cancer in Maya's brain is active again. She's getting new chemotherapy treatments, and right now she's in the hospital. She's a brave soul, and she remains positive. Please hold Maya in your thoughts and prayers. Evie writes, sorrow that I had a hard time sleeping last night and am hoping for a great day today. Alec expresses the sorrow of housing instability and encroaching stress on all sides. Patty Budding wants us to know that Joni Asakawa is home recovering from surgery. We wish her well. Sandra One among us writes, sorrow and prayers for my college friend of 50 years who's facing a double mastectomy. One among us says, yesterday would have been my sister's 77th birthday. We miss you, Kathy. And another writes, my brother Marcos would have been 57 on May 14. May he be at peace where he is in his afterlife. Sorry we didn't reconnect. More than one is sending love and strength to Bobby and Gary Keel on this journey. Michelle extends peace and comfort to her dear friend Gary as he navigates his cancer trials. And we have a number of joys among us. Maria, who lit the chalice this morning, writes, I am happy to be back in the service for the first time in a while, and I'm happy my mom is visiting. I'm really looking forward to spending quality time with her. Christy Brazil is grateful for all the labyrinth walkers who joined for World Labyrinth Day yesterday. It was a special event. And Chris expresses the joy. I got the all clear from the doctor. Brain surgery was successful. One among us expresses the joy that we are getting a new house and I may get a job with the library. Susan expresses the joy. Her son Peter has his 48th birthday tomorrow. Renee and Ted share the joy that their daughter Celine will graduate from CSUS in film production in 3 weeks. And Eric writes, Karen and I are celebrating our 39th wedding anniversary with, we hope, many more to come. And Rosella writes something just for the ministers, but it's a joy. Take a breath with me, please. And please join me in placing a hand over your heart to notice the sensation, the reality of our heartbeat connects each of us to everyone else here at this moment. It connects us to every member of the human family. And our heartbeat links us to so many other beings who share the web of life with us. Let this reality promote the stirrings of compassion. Let this awareness be a cause for gratitude and hope. On this new day, may we share the wonder of this world with one another and give gratitude for the gift of life. Amen. And now let us take a few moments of silence together to notice our breath, to invite our bodies to settle, to welcome the spirit of love within us, the spirit of love among us, and the spirit of love beyond us. Blessed be, and peace.
Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to heartache, listen to grief. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to gladness, listen to joy. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to anger, listen to hurt. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to beauty, listen to grace. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to you, listen to me. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Be still and breathe. Be still and be.
Good morning. Who amongst us hasn't felt like Gerald the giraffe at one point in our lives, right? Life is full of little ironies. Last weekend, Lucy emailed me asking if I'd be interested in drafting a reflection about my relationship with dancing. And at the moment of receipt, I was in the auditorium of the Buddhist Church of Sacramento at the Oldies But Goodies dance. I had just shaken a tail feather to the Rolling Stones, Bill Withers, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I took it as a sign. And here's another little irony. My mother was a dance professor at Arizona State University with a master's in dance education. And for 2 decades, I was convinced that I had 2 left feet. Dancing seemed like too awkward an activity for me to invest in throughout middle and high school. I would attend the various proms and the homecomings, of course, but any actual moves I pulled were done with clearly telegraphed irony or thinly veiled embarrassment. It wasn't until I was 20 and my wife and I took to the dance floor at a cousin's wedding that I started to gain some confidence. In Emily's company and after 2.5 glasses of wine, which I consider to be the optimal amount of libation for best results, I felt free. I saw dancing in a more pure way than I had before, as an avenue of joyful expression and celebration, now unchained from the self-consciousness of adolescence. The power of a spontaneous and unprompted compliment cannot be overstated. So when a random guest approached us just to say, "You guys are really good at dancing," I had no choice but to believe her. Weddings are probably the best place to dance. There's no cover charge, it's always an open bar, and the music will be so mainstream that everyone will find at least one song that inspires them into movement. It was subsequent weddings that taught me the formula for dancing success. It's 80% confidence, it's 15% conditioning, and 5% knowing when to tone it down just a little bit. When our daughter was 3, she began taking ballet and tap lessons at our local studio. And as her first recital approached, I was asked if I would participate in the father-daughter dance. I declined that first opportunity, still needing a little bit of confidence. However, I did participate in the father-daughter dance at Genevieve's next recital, and the upcoming one in June will be our third. Through my mother, dancing became a family legacy, and now that legacy continues through our daughter. I try not to think about that part too much. If you spend too much time thinking about why you're dancing, you risk draining all the joy out of it. So best just pick a song that you like and a person that you like, and let your spirit do the rest.
Thank you, Connor. I'm sure that when some of you read the title of this service, "I Hope You Dance," comes from that Joe Medina song from about 20 years ago or so. I'm sure you were thinking that I wasn't talking about you. Surprise! You might not consider yourself a dancer, but all of us move. You have to get from here to there, you have to get around, you have to move to live. We express ourselves through movement. Even my 98-year-old mother, who is bedridden, moves her hands and feet, her arms, has very expressive in her face. We are all movers, and we all have certain patterns of movement that are most comfortable for us, that replicate aspects of our personalities, as well as our ways of moving. There are 2 kinesiologists, Judith Rathbone and Valerie Hunt, who identified 4 basic movement patterns that humans express. And each one of us has a primary pattern and a secondary pattern. So let me describe these patterns, and then we'll have an opportunity to experience them and find out which ones are most, oh, you're already getting worried. My goodness. Just face the music and dance, people. So the first movement is swing. If swing is your home base, you are a collaborator. You're optimistic, warm, interactive, resilient. You like to tell stories. One thing leads to another, just like a swing. If thrust is your movement pattern, you are a driver, urgent, focused, no nonsense, accomplished, mission-focused. You're a thruster. Shapers are organizers. They like things linear, logical, orderly. They want to serve the greater good that is beyond themselves. Shapers need quiet spaces to think, and they prefer to be composed and calm, though they are often plagued with worry. The final one is hang. And if hang is your movement pattern, you are a visionary, detached, spontaneous. Think surfer dude, man. People that have primary hang energy like to think outside the box. They're flexible and adjustable, and they're open to new ways of thinking and being. So we're going to try on these movement patterns. And there's a couple of options for how to do this. Those of you who want to have a more full body experience, step on out, find a spot on the sides, on the aisles, whatever you're comfortable with. If you get inspired to do that in the middle of our exploration, jump right up. For those of you who prefer to stay seated, we're going to practice this with some hand motions and include our feet if that feels right to you. So I want to invite the team up here to help me. I want to invite all of you to get ready to try on some of these movements. Now, if you happen to, if you're swinging and you smash your, can I have your microphone? If you're swinging and you hit your neighbor, say thank you. And the neighbor should say, you're welcome. So I'm gonna focus on gestures for those of you seated, and the team here is gonna do some gestures for those that are standing. All right, so let's try some swinging. Move your hand up. If you're standing, you can do a sweeping motion. Imagine you're sweeping away things that you want to get out of your life. You can just swing an arm. You can swing all of your body. Swing back and forth. I bet a lot of you were swingers as children in the playground swings. So that's swing, swing, swing. Okay, now we're gonna try thrust. So you're Spider-Man and you're shooting webs out of your wrist. Or you're throwing paint on the walls. Fling, 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 fling. Or downward thrust, you're a tap dancer. You're a flamenco dancer. Tap those feet down into the ground. Thrust, thrust, thrust. Yes. All right, you guys are great. Okay, now for hang, imagine there's a bungee cord that's attached to the ceiling, and it's on your head, and you're just, man, you are just hanging, blowing with the wind, slightly swaying, moving around. Let's take a deep breath and let it out with a sigh. I want to invite our combo up here. So, some of my friends are here to play a rumba for you. Oh, I didn't talk about shape. Did I talk about shape? Oh, you guys are so helpful. You never let me make a mistake. I love that. That's the shapers who wanted me to do the shape, that's for sure. Okay, so shape is simple. Make a shape with your body or your hand. Make another shape. Make a very small shape. Move quickly between shapes. Hold a shape for a while. Make another shape. All right. You got a toolkit, people. You've got a toolkit. So we're going to have a rumba. You can do these 4 movement patterns. You can do whatever you want. And for those of you who this is torture, it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, so it will be over soon, and I know you can make it. So let's face the music and dance.
Thank you. We have two readings this morning, and the first one is from the book Move, What the Body Wants, and it's by Cynthia Winton Henry, who lives nearby. Cynthia is a co-founder of Interplay, and she lives in Fair Oaks Eco Housing with a number of our members. She writes, "Death is a scary word, but here are the words that really, really scare people. Play, body, dance, feel, touch. How do I know? I have taught smart, creative, caring people of all ages, genders, and types for many years. People of all ages and nationalities sequester me in the shaded corners of my classroom and confess, if I could do it all over, I would have danced. Or, I really need to play more, but we have belittled the body and belittled play. If play is really an innocent, insignificant experience, why do we fear it? It's confusing. We're like Eugene O'Neill, who asked, why am I afraid to dance, who loves music and rhythm and grace and song and laughter? In addition to inheriting traditions suspicious of the body, we judge spontaneous emotion and vulnerability. Being physically playful can make you look too happy, goofy, or as they say, it can lead to sex. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Wild abandon is for celebrities who get paid millions. On the opposite end, the media seduces us to emulate the coolly statuesque. Unfortunately, our attempts at coolness turn us into wallflowers, waiting on the periphery of a wildly infectious, weirdly dancing universe. I jokingly blame everything restrictive about the body on in Western culture on shoulder pads in suits and dresses. Lift up your arms and your suit bunches around your ears. That's not good. Our power costumes keep us standing up straight with our arms at our side. To this I say, bah humbug. I love TV commercials that show people in suits erupting in joyous dance. To reclaim the body at play is to be part of a strange revolution. A revolution of personal empowerment and love. To dance and fully be ourselves is liberation.
Our second reading is Not Too Late by Rosemary Watola Traumer. She wants to dance, to know her body an urgent verb, to dance, here, in this room, any room, to dance while her legs still bend and leap, to dance while her arms still lift, dance while she still has wrists to twist, while she still has neck and ribs and hips. What is she afraid of? She was never a very good dancer, but has she not been laughed at before? And what is the cost if she doesn't whirl and wheel through Tuesday, through noon, through now? And what if she bows right now to herself, offers herself her own open hand, then rises and leaps and spins through the room, saying, yes, I thought you'd never ask.
Generosity is a spiritual practice. Our congregation has a practice of giving away half of every Sunday's offering to an organization working to make a difference in the world. This month, that organization is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. Our local NAMI is one of more than 600 affiliates working to raise awareness and provide support to those in our area affected by mental illness. Thank you for your generosity to UUSS and our community partner. This morning's offering will now be given and received. As the ushers come forward, please join me in blessing the offering. May generosity bless our world, and may gratitude nourish our spirits.
For the past 12 years, on the first Sunday in May, I have preached about the body. This is in celebration of May Day, or Beltane, the traditional Gaelic festival that marks the beginning of summer and celebrates blooming and the blessings of fertility. So you probably guessed today our theme is dancing, one of the most embodied practices that humans have. So I ask, besides this morning, when was the last time that you danced? Was it your cousin's wedding? Now notice I didn't ask you when was the last time you went dancing. This implies that you have to go somewhere to dance. You have to make plans, get in the car, go to a place where dancing happens. What I asked you was, when was the last time you danced? Was it in the kitchen? The backyard? Maybe in your bedroom? When was the last time you simply got up and danced? For some of you, the answer might be, you don't remember, or the answer might be, you don't do that. There are very good reasons why we don't dance more spontaneously. Of course, if we don't dance, it doesn't mean we don't want to. It simply means that we don't, or we don't let ourselves. I love that poem that Sophia read about offering the hand to yourself. I thought you'd never ask. Now, putting aside professional dancers, I see three categories of people. Those who have dance in their lives, whether in the kitchen or on the dance floor. Those who dance at weddings or other events where it's right there, you have your 2.5 drinks and you're all set. And then there are the never dancers. And there's good reasons for the never dancers. Some of you might think that it's simply embarrassing. After all, dancing involves our bodies, and most of us are self-conscious about our bodies. For decades, marketers have been telling us our bodies are too big, too hairy, too stinky, too much, too little. No wonder we're self-conscious. And of course, the problem is not helped by our memory of those high school dances. Many of us have painful memories of waiting to be asked to dance or mustering the courage to ask someone to dance. And then there's the actual dancing. Oh my God, do I look stupid? Am I doing it wrong? For some of us, except for the occasional wedding, high school dancing may have killed dancing for us. Thank God for alcohol, whose slogan should be helping white people dance for hundreds of years. Now, there is nothing wrong with lubricant, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it, but it's sad if that's what's required to feel spontaneous, to let yourself feel free. I'm still laughing at Connor's recipe for successful dancing. 80% confidence, 15% conditioning, and 5% knowing when to tone it down a little. That 5% is another reason why I think we don't dance as much as we could, because the body is not to be trusted. This is inherited from our Judeo-Christian heritage. Now, not the Jewish part. The Hebrew scriptures are filled with dancing, some of it even naked dancing. David danced in front of the Ark of the Covenant in a joyous celebration. It's really our Christian heritage, particularly Protestantism, that taught us that the body was sinful, not to be trusted, particularly women's bodies. And that's a whole nother sermon. So, maybe unconsciously, we think if we started dancing, we might lose control, and God only knows what would happen. As Cynthia Winton-Henry said in the reading, in addition to inheriting traditions suspicious of the body, we judge spontaneous emotion and vulnerability. Being physically playful can make you look too happy, goofy, or as they say, lead to sex. So as a result of our self-consciousness, our suspicions about the body, and in our culture, our United States culture, we no longer think that dancing is important. We don't think it's important for our lives, our communities, our well-being. How sad. I remember my parents talking about all the dancing they did, even during the war, post-war, dance halls, active places to go and dance, dancing right there. Now, people from indigenous cultures will tell you how important dancing is. For Native Americans, Native Africans, and other traditions around the world, dance is essential to identity, community, and individual well-being. It's well documented that one of the ways that the white colonizers would control Native populations was to outlaw their dancing. So I know some of you are asking yourselves, okay, but how would our lives be better if we reclaimed dancing? I really think that dancing offers us something that we're searching for in these troubled times. And first off, it offers us liberation. When you're swinging, thrusting, hanging, or shaping unselfconsciously, you're letting go and being fully present in the moment, whether it's for 10 seconds or 10 minutes. You're not worrying, you're not projecting, you're not holding on, you're letting go. There's nothing else but the body in those moments, the music and the movement, like a vacation for the mind and spirit. In our troubled times, dance also expresses joy. And you know the body is expert at expressing joy if we let it. In the movies, sometimes you see the scene where people get good news, they throw up their hands. People are dancing around the room. Somebody always grabs someone and swings them around. It's a joyous thing to watch. Try it. When something joyous comes into your life, do it. Be expressive. Throw up your hands. Yay! Isn't that great? Swing around the room. Use your body to express and experience joy. So I'm going to tell you a little secret. You don't have to feel the emotion when you start dancing. Dancing will bring you joy, even if you don't start out that way. We hear so much about wholeness these days. You're kind of like, okay, what would that be? We all want to achieve wholeness. We try all these things to find wholeness. And really, wholeness is bringing together the body, mind, and spirit. Isn't that what dancing is all about? So you're not sure what you're feeling? Dance your feelings. Are you sure you're angry? Dance your anger. Get some good thrusting. A good flamenco dance will eliminate anger in a twinkle. If you have a challenging problem you're trying to sort out, just move around, get up, move around, get away from the phone, the computer. Your body will help you understand. In Interplay, a body wisdom practice, we have a form called Dance Talk 3. You dance and then you talk. You dance and then you talk, dance and you talk, just like it says. And it's an amazing process. You try not to plan what you're saying while you're dancing, and then it's always amazing what words come out of your mouth. During Regional Assembly, I led a workshop. We had 30 people out there on the labyrinth doing the DT3. Many were so surprised about what came up after they moved. We should dance because dancing is what the body wants. Here's a great quote from Uruguayan writer Edward Galeano. This is his quote. "The church says the body is a sin. Science says the body is a machine. Advertising says the body is a business. The body says, I am a fiesta. Olé." Okay, all right. I hope I've convinced a few of you that this is a worthy idea. How do you start? Pick your favorite song and just do a one-hand dance. I was doing a one-hand dance during that. Just move your hand. Just move your hand. It's a great way to release tension at the end of the day. Or find a safe place to go and move. Maybe you have a back bedroom. Tell your spouse, don't disturb me, I'm doing something important, and just let yourself move. It's very important that you remove the barriers that will make you self-conscious. I do a morning dance every morning in my backyard. Somehow I don't care if the neighbors see me. I imagine they're still in bed. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. But if my spouse shows up, I'm mortified. So I plan it. I plan it so that I make sure that my dance is done before my spouse wakes up. I take care of that so that there's room for me to be free. In dancing, in moving, don't worry about what you're supposed to do. It's kind of drained it out of us, you know? We just don't do free-form dancing because we don't know what we're supposed to do. There is no supposed to. Turn off your head and let your body lead. Put on your favorite music and just step side to side. I noticed when Peter was collecting the basket at one point, he was doing little tango back and forth to just move, swing, hang, move your arms in simple movements. It's really as simple as that. Let the music move you. As Connor said, if you spend too much time thinking about why you're dancing, you risk draining all the joy out of it. Best to just pick a song you like and let your spirit do the rest. You can also liven up your life with little bits of dance here and there. Fly like a bird while the microwave is heating up your coffee. Take a break from your computer and do some pretend tap dancing with fancy arms. Invite your partner for an impromptu waltz like Lou and Peter did a minute ago, or an impromptu tango. Say to your partner, "Come on, baby, let's do the twist," and really do it. Does this sound frivolous? Great! We need more frivolity in our lives. My God, people, we need a break from everything being so awful. Get up and dance. It's life-giving, life-sustaining, transformative. Joy is a form of resistance, and dance is a form of resistance to the powers that want us to be weak and unmotivated. The early 20th century anarchist Emma Goldman was famously quoted in saying, "If I can't dance, I don't want to be a part of your revolution." And so, my friends, let the revolution begin. I hope you dance. I hope you move with joy and abandon and set your spirit free. It's what the body wants, and it's what the world needs. May it be so.
This time, sing with me. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you. The good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance, let it be a dance, let it be a dance. Feel the rhythm, feel the need. Feel the rhythm, feel the need. To reap the harvest, plant the seed. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you. Through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Everybody turn and let your body learn to bend. And like a willow with the wind, let it be a dance, let it be a dance, let it be a dance. A child is born, the old must die. A time for joy, a time to cry. Take it as it passes by. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. at times too. Let it be a dance. Morning stars come out at night. Without the dark there is no light. If nothing's wrong, then nothing's right. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let the sunshine, let it rain. Share the laughter, share the pain. And round we go again. Let it be a dance.
As we extinguish our flames, please join me in the speaking our shared intention on the slide or on your order of service. May the power of this gathering light our way forward with courage. In the days to come, let us remember that fear is outworked by hope and that hatred is no match for the power of love.
Lift your arms as you're comfortable and able, and twirl them over your head a few times, and then reach out in front of you, and then push out and say to our hurting world, let us dance. Let us dance. Let us dance together. Let dance heal us all. Let dance heal us all. Blessed be.